What is your name?
Jeannie.
Jeannie, where are you from?
America, Baltimore.
Baltimore, all right. How long have you been teaching English?
Since 2005, so 4 years. Yeah,
4 years? Wow, all right. And living in Japan for how long?
I lived here for 2.5 years before, then I lived in Germany for a year, and then I just came back in January this year.
What have you enjoyed the most about teaching English and living abroad?
Well, I guess the two go hand in hand. I like meeting new people, and I actually really like teaching English language because I like grammar and I like structure, and I kind of like the cultural experience as well. Because teaching a language is also just sharing your own culture.
Right.
So very often, so in Japan, having a debate is a very big issue. So it's totally different. Like in America, we like to argue all the time, and in Japan, people don't. So some Japanese students find it easier to debate in another language like English, and that's always interesting to see. So that's what I like, different experiences.
What would you say has been the biggest challenge about teaching and living abroad?
Students who don't believe you that you're actually aware of how to use your own language. They like to tell you you're wrong.
Do you teach adults?
I used to teach adults, now I teach high school kids, but teaching adults was much more challenging.
Yeah.
In that whole, I lived in America in the 1970s, and I know American English. It's like, well, my dad uses that English, but if you go to a meeting, no one's going to take you seriously now.
Right, right.
Dad's a bit too old for meetings. You talk to younger people, they have no idea what you're talking about. So.
Yeah.
That was the most difficult, most challenging. Not bad though, just challenging.
Right.
Try to keep your cool. Yep.
Right. And does your school like provide accommodation for you?
I work for a company actually, and my company would provide accommodation for me, but I don't need them to. I think company provided accommodation for English teachers tends to be way overpriced and small for what it is, and tends to be not in an area filled with foreigners, so there's not much there, not much character. So the best thing to do is just stay in a guest house or gaijin house in Japan. Then you meet all kinds of interesting people. Yeah, maybe you meet other foreigners, but they're all from different places. It's not just Americans all living in one apartment building, working for the same company.
Right. Yeah. Okay. One more question. What advice can you give to someone who's interested in teaching English abroad, Japan or elsewhere?
Advice? All I could say is do it. It's one of the best things that you can ever do. And honestly, as an American, think about the economy right now. English language isn't going to go away. Maybe conversational English teaching might go away, but people still need English to do their global transactions. So it's only going to get better. It's not a dwindling job market, actually. And so that's actually where the stability is at if you want to travel abroad, teach English. And if you don't like it, who cares? At least you don't have to be in the States and struggle. So.
Do you have a favorite tip, game, or activity, or other classroom tool you'd like to share?
A classroom tool?
Game, activity, something you'd like to do.
I like to use the word banana the banana game, I don't know, it's to express intonation so that you have like a conversation only using the word banana. And then the way that you say it has to denote some sort of feeling. So for example, it's like, banana? Banana! Oh, banana! Like, it's very silly, but a lot of students don't, especially the more advanced ones, they don't really know how to express that sort of emotion. That's like one of the layers of the language. So I like the banana game. It's really fun and very silly. That's the only one I can think of, if that makes any sense. So just banana, banana, banana. Every word's banana, but intonation's different. Give the student a card with a feeling. The other students have to guess what the feeling is based on the conversation with only the word banana.
Excellent. Great. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Have a great day. I have to go.
Right. How's it going? What are your names?
My name is Jay. Jay Gutton.
MD. Where do you guys come from?
I'm from New York.
New York?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. How long have you guys been in Japan? Fukuoka.
You want to go first? I've been here for 10 years.
10 years? Wow.
10
years. And you guys been teaching the whole time? Or?
No, teaching for 4.
4?
Teaching for 8.
8? Okay. What kind of schools did you work in, or what kind of school did you work in?
The ones that tend to fail.
Nova? You worked in Nova?
No, I worked at a school named Howdy, and I worked at another one named Ups, and a few travel agencies as well.
Okay.
Got me on that one.
Okay. Yourself? What kind of school? What kind of schools do you work
International schools, companies, a whole bunch of different companies. Private schools, a couple of that have failed, yeah. Just about everything.
in? Yeah.
Same as well.
Right.
Home, private teaching, and electric company.
Yeah. Do you find Japan to be foreigner friendly?
No.
Not at all. But it all depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
If
You just
wanna-
might be the foreigner that they're friendly to.
If you want to go out and party, then maybe yes. But on a daily basis, when the sun's out, it's
No.
not.
No, the other one is.
Amen.
Yes, we could agree on that.
How? I mean, have you guys had friends that taught in Korea or other Asian countries? How do you think it compares? Foreigner friendly, like speaking.
Well, I think in Asia,
Similar?
man, it's not. In Asia, man, foreigner friendly is really up to just your experience. What the fuck you want to do? I'm sorry, I told you I'm gonna curse. It's up to your experience. It's up to what you want to do. It's up to the things that you like to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really up to you. I mean, yeah, I've heard people here that they just enjoyed nothing but every minute of their time in this country, and they were great. Everything was wonderful for them. While I've heard people who they hated it from the minute they stepped off the plane to the day that they left. I mean, it's really up to you.
Yeah. Huh. What about in Korea? I called the school about a job, and over the phone they asked me, "What color are you?" So I'm curious, what's been your experience in Japan? I mean,
I haven't had
racism
any
and
of
this sort
that.
of thing. Or?
I haven't had any of that.
That wasn't on the list, was it?
It's a sensitive question, maybe,
No,
but
I
I mean,
haven't.
I've experienced it somewhat. I mean, someone asked me what color is my skin, right? And I'm like, what?
Well, when I applied for the jobs, I might have gotten a quick look, like, wow,
Yeah.
wasn't expecting you.
Right.
But
right.
but I pretty much landed every job that I applied for, and
Yeah.
didn't give me any hard time. Didn't ask any questions like that at all.
Yeah. Okay.
You?
I'm black. I got an afro, dude. Think about it for a second.
Yeah.
Think about it for a second. Yeah, they do look second. They do give you a second look, a third look. And yeah, sometimes it does make a very big difference.
Yeah.
At the same time, I gotta admit, they do sometimes because of the differences, because of just wanting to know the other side of the tale, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
They do tend to, want you or want to see who you are. But I mean, all in all, believe you me, it's a lot harder depending on who you are.
Yeah.
Some things could be easier, some things could be harder.
Right.
And I'm sorry, it's the truth that way.
Yeah. Well, I know that like Indonesians and Filipinos, like in Asia, they experience racism in Korea, Taiwan, and I'm sure probably Japan too.
Oh yeah, they
Just because their
experience a lot.
skin's just a little bit darker,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're Asian. They're just not.
Oh, trust me, they experience it a lot. Yeah, I've seen it firsthand. That's just the way it is. But then again, it's not because of the skin being darker. It's just that you're just not this nationality. I mean,
Right. You're not
Asians are
different.
extremely
You're different,
nationalist.
yeah.
They're extremely national. They're extremely what's the word am I looking for? They really only care about their only people.